Welcome to my channel. If you have Italian coins like the 500 lire, 200 lire, or 50 lire, you might be holding something far more valuable than you realize. These coins are not just old currency. They carry fascinating history, unique designs, and in some cases, surprising market value. In today's video, we're going to uncover why these coins are so sought after, how to spot the rare and valuable ones, and what makes certain years and variations worth much more than face value. Make sure you stay with me until the very end, because I'll be sharing important details that could turn your everyday coins into hidden treasures. You don't want to miss this. Your coins could be worth more than you think. First up, the most valuable 1983 Italian 500 lire coin. The 1983 Italian 500 lire coin is one of the most fascinating pieces of modern Italian coinage, combining historical significance, artistic beauty, and collectible value. If you own one of these coins, you might be holding something far more valuable than you think. The 500 lire coin of Italy, introduced in 1982, was the world's first bimetallic coin used for circulation, and the 1983 issue is part of the earliest years of production, making it especially interesting to collectors. On one side of the coin, you'll see the striking portrait of a female head facing right, adorned with a crown of laurel leaves, symbolizing victory, honor, and cultural pride. The detail in the hair, the facial expression, and the engraving style are exceptional examples of Italian mint craftsmanship from the early 1980s. Surrounding the portrait are the words Repubblica Italiana, clearly showing its national identity. On the reverse side, the 1983 Italian 500 lire coin features a depiction of the three caravels, iconic sailing ships that recall the great voyages of exploration during the Renaissance. These ships are shown in intricate detail, with full sails and rippling flags, representing Italy's maritime heritage. The denomination L.500 is placed clearly, along with the year of minting, 1983, making it easy to identify. The design is further enhanced by the two distinct metals. The outer ring is made of stainless steel, while the inner core is composed of bronze-colored material known as bronzidal. This two-tone appearance is part of what made the coin so innovative at the time and continues to attract collectors today. The 1983 500 lire coin was minted in relatively high numbers for general circulation, but over the decades, many have been lost, damaged, or removed from everyday use, meaning finding one in excellent condition today can be much harder than you might expect. Condition is a major factor in value. Coins with crisp, clear details, no major scratches, and minimal wear are worth significantly more to collectors. Even slight variations in strike quality, alignment, or coloration between the inner core and outer ring can influence collector interest. Some examples show sharper detail in the ships or more defined laurel leaves on the obverse, making them more desirable. This coin also holds value because of its place in numismatic history. As the world's first widely used bimetallic coin, it inspired other countries to adopt similar designs for their higher denominations. The technology and design choices behind the 500 lire coin were considered cutting-edge in the early 1980s. For collectors, owning a 1983 issue means owning an early piece of this innovation. It's a link to an era when Italy was still using the lira before transitioning to the euro in 2002. And for many people, it's a nostalgic reminder of a currency system that is no longer in use. Rarity can also come into play with certain 1983 coins. While most examples were made for circulation, some were produced in special proof sets for collectors, using higher quality blanks and more precise striking methods. These proof versions have a mirror-like finish on the fields and frosted designs, and they can fetch higher prices in the market. If you come across a proof 1983 Italian 500 lire coin in perfect condition, it's worth holding on to because demand for these special strikes remains strong. Market value for the 1983 Italian 500 lire coin depends on several factors, including condition, rarity of the variation, and demand among collectors at the time of sale. In average circulated condition, the coin might be worth only a few dollars above its face value in metal content, but in uncirculated or proof condition, it can be worth much more. Serious collectors are always searching for coins with original mint luster, no cleaning marks, and minimal signs of wear. If your coin has been well preserved, stored in a protective holder, and shows sharp detail in both the portrait and the caravels, it could bring a premium price. The historical background of the coin makes it even more appealing. The female figure on the obverse was designed by the artist Lire, a well-known engraver at the Italian Mint, who was also responsible for the reverse with the 3 caravels. Her work is recognized for its fine detail and balance, and the 500 lire is one of her most famous designs. In fact, these ships are so iconic that they have been featured in various commemorations of Italian maritime history. Collectors appreciate this artistry, and coins in top condition showcase the engraving skill even more vividly. Over the years, the value of the 1983 500 lire coin has steadily grown, especially for coins in pristine condition or with unique characteristics. Many casual owners underestimate their coins, thinking they are just common old currency. But numismatists know better. A coin that was once worth only 500 lire in daily transactions can now be worth several times more in the collector's market, depending on condition and rarity. That is why it is essential to check your coins carefully before selling or exchanging them. If you have inherited a collection or found a 1983 Italian 500 lire coin among old family belongings, take the time to inspect it under good lighting. Look for sharpness in the lines of the laurel crown, clarity in the ship's rigging, and any minting variations. Compare it to reference images of proof and circulation strikes to determine which type you have. If it appears to be in exceptional condition, you might be holding a piece that collectors are eager to add to their collections. The Italian 500 lire series holds an important place in coin collecting because it represents a blend of artistry, innovation, and cultural pride. The 1983 issue, being only the second year of the series, carries that early production charm, making it a desirable find for both new and experienced collectors. Coins like these are more than just money. They are pieces of history, preserved in metal, telling the story of Italy's economic and artistic heritage. If you own one, you are holding a coin that is not only beautiful but potentially valuable. Always remember, your 1983 Italian 500 lire coin could be worth much more than you expect, and it's worth taking the time to appreciate and preserve it. Next up, the legendary 1995 Italian 500 lire coin. The 1995 Italian 500 lire coin is a fascinating piece of numismatic history, combining unique design, historical value, and collectible appeal. If you own one of these coins, you may be holding something far more valuable than you think. The Italian 500 lire coin was first introduced in 1982 and became the world's first bimetallic coin to be used in everyday circulation. The 1995 issue belongs to the later years of the Lire era, before Italy adopted the euro in 2002. And this makes it highly desirable to collectors who value coins from the final decade of Italy's national currency. The 1995 500 lire is not just a piece of old money. It's a tangible link to Italy's cultural heritage and coinage innovation, and certain examples can be worth much more than their original face value. On one side of the coin, known as the obverse, you will find the elegant female head facing right, crowned with a laurel wreath. This image represents Italy itself, symbolizing victory, honor, and pride. The detail in the hair, the engraving of the laurel leaves, and the fine lines of the portrait are remarkable examples of Italian mint artistry. Surrounding the portrait are the words Repubblica Italiana, clearly identifying the coin's origin. On the reverse side, the 1995 500 lire coin features the iconic design of the 3 caravels, beautifully detailed sailing ships with full sails and intricate rigging. These ships represent Italy's maritime exploration history, a tribute to the nation's achievements during the Age of Discovery. The denomination L.500 and the year 1995 are prominently displayed, making identification easy. One of the most striking aspects of the 1995 Italian 500 lire coin is its bimetallic construction. The outer ring is made of stainless steel, giving it a silver-colored edge, while the inner core is made of bronzidal, a bronze-colored alloy that contrasts beautifully with the ring. This two-tone design was revolutionary when first introduced and continues to appeal to collectors worldwide. The technology required to mint a bimetallic coin with such precision was advanced for its time, and the Italian mint was one of the pioneers in this field. The combination of innovative design and practical use has made the 500 Lire series, including the 1995 issue, a favorite among numismatists. While the 1995 Italian 500 Lire coin was produced for circulation, many have been lost, damaged, or worn down through everyday use over the decades. This means that finding one in exceptional condition can be a challenge, and that rarity and high grades is what adds to its value. Coins that still show their original mint luster, with sharp detail in both the portrait and the caravels, are the most sought after. Even small differences in strike quality, metal tone, or wear can have a noticeable impact on market value. Some coins from 1995 may also exhibit slight variations in alignment or coloration between the inner core and outer ring, and these variations can be interesting to collectors. The value of a 1995 Italian 500 Lire coin depends heavily on its condition. Circulated examples in average condition may not bring in high prices, but uncirculated or proof versions can be worth significantly more. Proof coins, in particular, were made for collectors and feature mirror-like backgrounds with frosted designs, making the details stand out brilliantly. If you own a proof version of the 1995 500 Lire in perfect condition, it could be worth several times more than the standard circulation strike. Collectors are drawn to the 1995 issue because it comes from a period when the lira was nearing the end of its long history. Within a few years, Italy would replace the lira with the euro, making coins like the 500 Lire an important part of the country's numismatic legacy. For many Italians and collectors worldwide, the 500 Lire coins are a reminder of an era that has passed, and owning one in great condition is like owning a small piece of Italy's story. The artistry by designer Lire adds to its charm, as she is one of Italy's most respected coin engravers, and her work on the 500 Lire series is celebrated for its elegance and precision. If you come across a 1995 Italian 500 Lire coin, take time to inspect it carefully. Look closely at the laurel crown on the obverse. The sharper and more detailed the leaves are, the better. Examine the ships on the reverse. The rigging, sails, and flags should be clear and well-defined. Pay attention to the color contrast between the bronze core and the silver ring. A strong, vibrant contrast usually indicates less wear and better preservation. Coins stored in protective holders or coin albums often maintain their condition far better than those kept loose, and these preserved examples can bring much higher prices from serious collectors. It's also important to know that certain 1995 coins may have been part of mint sets, which were sold directly to collectors and thus remained in pristine condition. If your coin shows no signs of circulation, it could be from one of these sets, adding to its desirability. With the growing interest in bimetallic coins and pre-euro currency, demand for top-quality 1995 Italian 500 Lire coins continues to rise. This is why you should never assume your coin is only worth its metal content. In the right condition, it can be a valuable collectible. Over time, as more coins are lost, damaged, or held permanently in collections, the supply of high-grade examples will shrink, likely increasing their value further. Collectors around the world are willing to pay premiums for coins that represent both technological innovation and national heritage, and the 1995 Italian 500 Lire fits that description perfectly. Whether you are a seasoned collector or someone who just found this coin in a drawer, it's worth taking a closer look. This coin is not just an old piece of currency. It's a combination of history, artistry, and value that continues to capture the attention of the numismatic community. Always remember, the 1995 Italian 500 Lire coin can be far more valuable than you might expect. Its bimetallic design, rich history, and collectible appeal make it a standout in the world of coins. If yours is in excellent condition or is a proof version, you might have a small treasure in your hands, one that will only become rarer and more desirable with time. Next up, the iconic 1980 Italian 200 Lire coin. The 1980 Italian 200 Lire coin is one of the most iconic coins from Italy's pre-euro era, and if you own one, you might be holding a piece that is worth more than you think. This coin is not just old Italian currency. It is a symbol of Italy's economic history, technological progress, and unique coin design. The 200 lire coin was introduced in 1977 as a high-value denomination at the time, and by 1980, it had already gained recognition for its distinctive appearance and practicality in everyday transactions. But beyond its use in the past, the 1980 Italian 200 lire coin has become a collectible piece that many coin enthusiasts actively seek, especially in well-preserved condition, making it a coin with both historical and market value. On one side of the coin, the obverse, you will see the elegant profile of Minerva, the Roman goddess of wisdom, holding a spear in her left hand. Beside her, there is an olive tree, representing peace and prosperity. The engraving is detailed and artistic, with every leaf of the olive tree carefully depicted. This design was created by the talented Italian engraver Lire, whose work is admired for its precision and cultural symbolism. The outer edge of the obverse bears the inscription Repubblica Italiana, clearly identifying the coin's national origin. On the reverse side, you will find the denomination L.200, along with the year of mintage, 1980, and the mint mark R for Rome, indicating the coin was produced at the Istituto Poligrafico e Zecca dello Stato in Rome. The reverse also features a gear-shaped border design, symbolizing Italy's industrial and technological growth in the late 20th century. The 1980 Italian 200 lire coin is made of an aluminum bronze alloy, giving it a distinctive golden color and a light weight, which made it practical for daily use. Over time, however, many of these coins have developed a unique patina that can enhance their appeal to collectors. Coins that remain bright and show minimal were highly desirable, as they display the full detail of Minerva, the olive tree, and the gear border without smoothing or flattening. While the 200 lire coin was produced in large quantities for circulation, many examples from 1980 have since been lost, damaged, or heavily worn. This makes finding one in top condition more challenging, and rarity in higher grades directly increases its value. Coins that still have their original luster, sharp details, and no major scratches or discoloration are the ones that collectors are willing to pay more for. Some coins from this year were also struck for collector sets and proof versions, which are made with extra care and show sharper details with a polished finish. These special strikes are especially valuable today. The 1980 Italian 200 lire coin holds importance not just for its design and artistry, but also for its role in Italy's monetary history. It represents a period when the lira was still strong enough for a 200 lire coin to have meaningful purchasing power. It also reflects Italy's economic and industrial development during the late 1970s and early 1980s, a time when the country was modernizing rapidly. For collectors, owning a coin from this year is like owning a small piece of Italy's story, frozen in time. When assessing the value of a 1980 Italian 200 lire coin, condition is the most important factor. A coin that has been well preserved in a protective holder or coin album will retain its beauty and fine detail, making it more attractive to buyers. Key areas to inspect include the sharpness of Minerva's features, the clarity of the olive tree's leaves, and the crispness of the gear-shaped border on the reverse. Even slight wear on these areas can reduce a coin's grade and, consequently, its market value. Collectors also value coins with strong, even coloring and minimal surface marks. While cleaning a coin is never recommended, gentle preservation and proper storage can help maintain its appeal. The 1980 Italian 200 lire coin, especially in uncirculated or proof condition, can command a premium price. Over time, as more of these coins disappear from circulation and remain in private collections, the supply will continue to shrink, likely increasing demand and value. For many people, the 1980 200 lire coin may simply look like an old piece of pocket change, but to numismatists, it is a collectible artifact with both monetary and historical worth. The artistry by Lire, the symbolism of Minerva and the olive tree, and the representation of Italy's industrial progress all contribute to its appeal. Coins like this are not just metal discs. They are miniature works of art and historical records that have survived for decades. If you find a 1980 Italian 200 lire coin in your collection or among old family belongings, Take the time to examine it closely. Look for those small details in the design. Check its condition under good lighting, and compare it to reference images of high-grade examples. If yours matches the sharpness and quality of well-preserved coins, you may be holding something that is worth more than you expect. Whether you are a casual coin owner or a serious collector, it is worth knowing that this coin is valuable, and its significance in Italian numismatic history makes it even more special. The 1980 Italian 200 lire coin continues to attract attention from collectors around the world, and with its distinctive design, durable yet lightweight composition, and historical value, it remains a standout in the realm of pre-Euro Italian coinage. Owning one in great condition is like owning a small treasure, one that not only tells the story of Italy's past, but also has the potential to grow in value over time. Next up, the most rare 1995 Italian 200 lire coin. The 1995 Italian 200 lire coin is one of the most interesting pieces from the final years of the Italian lira before the transition to the euro. And if you own one, you might be holding a coin that is worth more than you think. This coin is not just an old piece of change from Italy. It is a symbol of the country's cultural heritage, economic history, and unique coin design. The 200 lire coin series began in 1977, and by 1995 it had become one of the most familiar coins in circulation. However, as the end of the lira era approached, coins from these later years started gaining collectible interest, especially those in excellent condition, making the 1995 issue one that you should not overlook. On the obverse of the 1995 Italian 200 lire coin, you will see the profile of Minerva, the Roman goddess of wisdom, holding a spear in her left hand. Beside her stands an olive tree, a symbol of peace and prosperity. Every detail in Minerva's robe, the spear, and the branches of the olive tree is engraved with precision, showing the exceptional artistry of the Italian mint. Surrounding this central image are the words Repubblica Italiana, making it clear that this coin represents the nation. The reverse side of the coin features the denomination L.200 and the year of minting, 1995, along with the mint mark R for Rome. The reverse design is surrounded by a distinctive gear-shaped border, which symbolizes Italy's industrial strength and technological progress. The 1995 Italian 200 lire coin is made from an aluminum bronze alloy, giving it a golden appearance and a lightweight feel. This combination made the coin practical for everyday transactions, but also visually appealing to collectors. Over the years, some coins have developed a natural patina, which can add character and uniqueness. Collectors often value coins that still retain their original golden shine and have minimal wear, as these show the details of Minerva and the gear border at their best. Although the 200 lire coins were widely produced for circulation, many have since been lost, heavily worn, or damaged. This means finding a 1995 Italian 200 lire coin in top condition is becoming more difficult. Coins that are well preserved, with no major scratches, dents, or discoloration, are worth significantly more than heavily circulated examples. High-grade coins are especially sought after by numismatists, and their market value can be several times higher than coins with heavy wear. Some 1995 200 lire coins were also produced in proof quality for collectors. Proof coins are made using specially polished dies and blanks, resulting in a mirror-like finish and frosted details that make the design stand out beautifully. These proof examples are far rarer than regular circulation strikes, and in perfect condition, they can be quite valuable. If you own a proof version, it is important to store it carefully, as any damage to the surface can greatly reduce its value. This coin is particularly appealing because it comes from a time when Italy was only a few years away from adopting the euro. Coins from this transitional period hold a special place in Italian numismatic history, as they represent the last years of the lira, a currency that had been in use for centuries. For collectors, the 1995 Italian 200 lire coin is not only a reminder of Italy's monetary past, but also a piece of history that will never be made again. When examining your 1995 Italian 200 lire coin, pay close attention to the fine details. Look at Minerva's facial features and the folds in her robe. Check the sharpness of the olive tree leaves and inspect the gear-shaped border on the reverse for crispness. The sharper and more defined these features are, the more likely it is that your coin is in a higher grade, which increases its value. Also, note the color and surface quality. Coins that still have their original luster without any cleaning marks or corrosion are the most desirable. The market value of the 1995 Italian 200 lire coin depends on demand, condition, and rarity. While average circulated examples may be worth only a modest amount, uncirculated or proof coins can attract much higher prices from collectors. Over time, as more coins are lost or permanently held in private collections, the number of high-quality examples available on the market will decrease, which can push values even higher. It is worth remembering that even though this coin was once just everyday change, its significance today is much greater. It represents Italy's craftsmanship in coin design, its economic story in the 1990s, and the end of a long chapter in its currency history. If you find a 1995 Italian 200 lire coin in your possession, take the time to examine it carefully. You may discover that you are holding a valuable piece that deserves to be preserved and appreciated. Coins like the 1995 Italian 200 lire are more than just currency. They are small works of art and historical artifacts. Whether you are a dedicated collector or simply someone who enjoys history, knowing the true value of this coin can be both surprising and rewarding. In the right condition, your coin could be worth far more than its original face value, making it a treasure worth keeping safe for the future. Now, we'll explore the valuable 1976 Italian 50 lire coin. The 1976 Italian 50 lire coin is a remarkable piece of Italy's numismatic history, and if you own one, you might be holding a coin that is worth more than you think. This is not just an old coin from the past. It is a valuable collector's item that carries historical, cultural, and economic significance. The Italian 50 lire coin series began in 1954 and continued until the early 2000s, but the 1976 issue holds a special place because it comes from a period when the lira was still an important part of Italy's daily life. Coins from this era are becoming harder to find in excellent condition, which means their value can be much higher than their original face value. On the obverse of the 1976 Italian 50 lire coin, you will find the elegant profile of a female head facing to the right, crowned with a laurel wreath. This classical design symbolizes victory, honor, and cultural pride. The engraving is sharp and detailed, showcasing the skill of Italian mint artists during the mid-1970s. Around the portrait, the inscription Repubblica Italiana is clearly visible, representing the nation. On the reverse side, the coin features a powerful image of a nude blacksmith striking an anvil with a hammer. This image is symbolic of labor, strength, and industry, reflecting Italy's hard-working spirit and industrial development during the post-war era. The denomination L.50 is positioned to the left of the blacksmith, and the year of mintage, 1976, appears to the right, accompanied by the mint mark R for Rome. The 1976 Italian 50 lire coin is made of agmonitol, a stainless steel alloy that gives it a silver-gray color and exceptional durability. Even though this material resists corrosion, coins that have been in circulation for decades often show wear, scratches, or loss of detail. This is why finding a 1976 50 lire coin in high-grade condition is much more difficult today, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for well-preserved examples. Coins that retain sharp details in the laurel wreath, facial features, and the blacksmith's figure are especially valuable. While millions of 50 lire coins were produced for circulation in 1976, most have since been removed from circulation, melted down, or lost over time. Those that remain in excellent condition are now considered collectible. Uncirculated examples, especially those with their original mint luster, are highly sought after. Some 1976 coins were also struck as proof versions for collectors, using specially prepared dies and blanks to produce mirror-like surfaces and sharper details. These proof coins are far rarer than standard circulation strikes and can be significantly more valuable. The historical background of this coin adds to its appeal. In the 1970s, Italy's economy was experiencing change, and the lira still had significant purchasing power. The 50 lire coin was a common denomination used in everyday transactions, making it a familiar sight for Italians at the time. Today, however, it has become a piece of history, representing a currency that no longer exists. This transformation from common change to a collectible artifact is one of the reasons why the 1976 Italian 50 lire coin has gained value over the years. When examining your 1976 Italian 50 lire coin, pay close attention to the sharpness of the design. Look at the fine details in the laurel wreath, the definition of the facial features, and the crispness of the blacksmith's muscles and hammer. Also inspect the date, mint mark, and lettering to ensure they are clear and unworn. Coins with even the smallest signs of wear in these areas may be less valuable, while those with perfect or near-perfect detail can command much higher prices from collectors. Collectors also appreciate coins that have been properly stored over the years. If your 1976 Italian 50 lire coin has been kept in a protective holder, away from moisture and physical damage, its condition will likely be superior to coins that were stored loosely. This preservation can make a big difference in the value of your coin. High-grade examples can be worth many times more than their face value, and proof versions in perfect condition can be worth even more. As time passes, the supply of 1976 Italian 50 lire coins in collectible condition will continue to shrink, while demand from collectors and history enthusiasts remains steady. This gradual reduction in supply is one of the main factors that could drive up the value of this coin in the future. Whether you have just found one in an old drawer or inherited it from a family member, it is worth taking the time to evaluate its condition and learn more about its place in Italian coinage history. This coin is more than just a piece of metal. It is a reflection of Italy's artistic skill, industrial pride, and economic heritage. The combination of the laurel crown portrait and the powerful blacksmith design makes it one of the most distinctive and meaningful coins of its time. Owning a 1976 Italian 50 lire coin, especially in top condition, means owning a small but valuable part of Italy's story. If you have one, take good care of it, because it could be worth more than you realize today, and even more in the years to come. Always remember, your 1976 Italian 50 lire coin is valuable, not just for its potential market price, but for the rich history and artistry it represents. It is a coin that deserves appreciation, preservation, and a place in any serious collection. And that's everything you need to know about the Italian 500 lire, 200 lire, and 50 lire coins, three incredible pieces of Italy's coinage history that are not just fascinating to look at, but can also be surprisingly valuable. Whether it's the bimetallic beauty of the 500 lire, the golden charm of the 200 lire, or the classic design of the 50 lire, each of these coins carries a story, cultural significance, and collectible appeal that makes them worth holding on to. If you have any of these coins in great condition, you might be holding something that's worth far more than its original face value. If you enjoyed learning about these valuable Italian coins, make sure you check out my other videos where I cover rare and collectible coins from around the world. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss future videos about valuable coins, hidden treasures, and fascinating numismatic history. Share this video with anyone who might have Italian coins tucked away. You never know whose collection could contain a hidden gem. Thank you for watching, and remember, always check your coins carefully, because even the smallest detail could make a big difference in value. Your coins might just be worth more than you think.